Hey guys, what's up? First I want to say thanks for clicking on this video and let's get started with this quick review. WWE Monday Night Raw, September 21st, 2020. And this is the results from BleacherReport.com. I'm just going to go through quickly here. I'm only going to discuss certain things that I find worth discussing. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but this is a go-ho show for a pay-per-view coming up this Sunday, WWE Clash of Champions Gold Rush. Anyway, so the show started off with Drew McIntyre versus Keith Lee. Made no sense because Drew McIntyre is champion. Drew McIntyre cannot lose going into the pay-per-view against Randy Orton. And also, Keith Lee shouldn't be losing. Matter of fact, Keith Lee actually lost before. Keith Lee lost by disqualification more than once. And he lost by disqualification in this match as well too. This match makes no sense. This match should not have happened because you know what happened after this match? Randy Orton interfered in this match right when Drew McIntyre was going to win, and Drew McIntyre ended up winning by disqualification. This match shouldn't have happened because they're put in a tough position because somebody has to lose, and neither superstar should lose. Drew McIntyre because he's the champion and he's going into a pay-per-view against Randy Orton, so Drew McIntyre needs to look strong. Keith Lee should not be losing because he's a new superstar on the Monday Night Raw roster. Even though Keith Lee has lost before, but he has not been pinned yet. I think, honestly, if you ask me, what should have happened was this match either should not have happened, so Drew McIntyre shouldn't have fought Keith Lee, or, which I think would probably make even more sense, is Randy Orton should have done a sneak attack onto Drew McIntyre while Drew McIntyre was backstage. The same attack that he did on Drew McIntyre in the ring during this match, he should have done to Drew McIntyre backstage while he's doing an interview, because during this night, Drew McIntyre did actually do a backstage interview. Orton should have just attacked him in the back. Keith Lee shouldn't have even been on tonight. Matter of fact, if I am, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Drew McIntyre did say a week ago or sometime in the past that he does not mind taking on Keith Lee and Randy Orton in a triple threat ambulance match. So if Drew McIntyre was offering him this title opportunity to Keith Lee, why is Keith Lee contending for that title opportunity? Which makes no sense. Drew McIntyre said, yeah, come, I'll do a triple threat, I'll fight both of y'all. But yet Keith Lee is over here trying to get another opportunity, even though he anyways, alright, so next, okay, what's next? Oh, they're hyping up the match between Braun Strowman and Kato for Raw Underground, yada yada yada. Let's see what's next. I'm only going to talk about certain things that interest me. Oh, then oh yes, this Retribution under contract question mark. Alright, this makes no sense because commentary was saying that, oh, Retribution finally got contracts. And then I think Tom Phillips said, oh, Retribution finally have WWE contracts. Oh, why would WWE give a Retribution a contract? Now Retribution can quote unquote do whatever they want. They can wreak havoc. They can hurt anybody they want without facing any repercussions. But honestly, let's think about this literally. If Retribution was actually a group causing chaos, and I'm just thinking about it literally now. You have an establishment and these goons come in here and wreaking havoc. You call the police. You don't give them a contract. You call the police. So why did they have to receive a contract in order to legally assault superstars and all this stuff? They could have wreaked havoc and done all the stuff that they're doing before in the past. Like, there's no difference now that they have contracts. This actually makes no sense. I don't get it. They have to get contracts to legally assault the superstars. They were wreaking havoc and assaulting superstars before they even got their WWE contracts. But anyways, moving on. So, yeah, whatever. Hurt Business got in a fight with them. Yada, yada, yada. Let's see what else that I want to talk about that happened on the show. Alright. Oh, yes. This here also didn't really make any sense. Well, so to speak, kind of. WWE doesn't really have much tag teams, so what was it now? Angel Garza and Andrade versus Dominic Mysterio. I can't let that slide. Why is Dominic Mysterio getting another title opportunity? And commentary made a mistake again tonight as well too. I believe it was Tom Phillips was there. It was probably Tom Phillips. Tom Phillips said that Dominic Mysterio is getting his first title opportunity. Now, nope, that's not true. Dominic Mysterio actually received a title opportunity previously in the past for, was it the WWE Championship or something? I can't remember the title opportunity that he had, but it was yes, it was for the WWE title. It was a triple threat match, I believe, which he lost. And Tom Phillips said this is Dominic Mysterio's first title opportunity. But anyways, so why is Dominic Mysterio and what's that guy? Humberto Carrillo or Alberto Del Rio. Anyways, the name sounds so close to one another. They're not a real tag team. Since when did they become a tag team? Like, they're just putting all these makeshift tag teams because there's actually no real tag teams in the tag team division to contend against the Street Profits. The Street Profits already beat Andrade and they beaten Angel Garza. They also beaten Seth Rollins and they've also beaten Buddy Murphy. So since there's no tag team, they just made a quick makeshift tag team. Anyways, Dominic Mysterio does not deserve to be here. He's not ready yet. I don't get why he's getting a title opportunity, and I'm glad that he did not win. Who ended up winning? These guys, Andrade and Angel Garza. And honestly, how many times are they going to lose? I'm going to guess that they're going to win at the pay-per-view. I mean, they have to, like, if they lose again at the pay-per-view, then it's just going to seem like a burial or something. I don't know. Anyways, moving on. I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible and only talking about things that I really want to talk about that stands out to me. Kevin Owens had the Kevin Owens show, blah, blah, blah. I didn't really want to talk about that. Let's see what else we got here. Alright. Orton cut a promo on Drew McIntyre. It was actually pretty good. I honestly believe here, so okay, let me just discuss this real quick. I honestly believe that Randy Orton was sounding intense, and I strongly believe that Randy Orton is going to defeat Drew McIntyre for the title. I just have a strong feeling that Randy Orton's gonna. I mean, Randy Orton can't lose. Randy Orton claimed after beating Edge at the previous pay-per-view a couple months ago, I think at Backlash, the greatest wrestling match ever. Randy Orton's claiming to be the greatest wrestler ever, but yet I believe Randy Orton lost to Drew McIntyre in a previous pay-per-view. I think it was at SummerSlam. But anyways, Randy Orton can't lose. Randy Orton has been on a hot streak. Randy Orton defeated Edge, and he's been doing some of the best work of his career. And I honestly think that maybe the title needs to go on Randy Orton because he's just been so hot. You can't keep on having him lose like that. Then it's gonna seem like he's not all that great. Like he's the self-proclaimed greatest wrestler ever. But anyways, moving on. So let's see what else we got here. Talking about the ambulance match. Oh, here we go. Number one contenders match. Mickie James versus Zelina Vega. Honestly, this match was kind of weird because I feel like nothing against Zelina Vega, but I feel like Mickie James is what's called. Mickie James is a high caliber athlete that I just think that Mickie James is too good. I just can't picture Zelina Vega being in Mickie James. Like I feel like it doesn't make any sense because Mickie James is like way up here. I know you can't really see because, but anyway, she's like, let's just say she's between 1 to 10. Mickie James is like a 9, and Zelina Vega, I don't know, let's just say like 6 in terms of skill. Like nothing against Zelina Vega, she's a good female wrestler, but I just believe that Mickie James is better. But the only reason why I believe Zelina Vega won is because Mickie James already had her title opportunity, which was last week on Monday Night Raw, which I feel makes no sense. They should have built that feud, that rivalry, and push it all the way to Clash of Champions. If anything, maybe Zelina Vega should have had her, I don't know. But I honestly feel that it would have been a bigger match to have Asuka versus Mickie James at the pay-per-view, like Clash of Champions Gold Rush, instead of having Zelina Vega. I just feel like the match card would have been draw more buys, more views, more attention. But anyway, so yeah, Zelina Vega won. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Okay, Apollo Crews versus Cedric Alexander. Not much to say here. I mean, I don't think I really want to talk about that. Just interesting things. Seth Rollins came out, said that pretty much that Rey Mysterio is not the fault. I'm just gonna skip this. This is, oh boy. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Oh yes, this was hilarious. Lana Natalya versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Result: Nia Jax and Baszler defeated Natalya and Lana. Now, the match was whatever, but what I found interesting was, I believe, a couple weeks ago, Miro, aka Rusev, got signed to AEW, and 1 week later, his wife Lana got married on WWE TV. It's funny because Lana got put through a table last week, and this week again, Lana She got put through a table. So it's like they're making it blatantly obvious that they're like, just giving her the middle finger, like giving her the finger saying, your dang husband went to go sign with AEW. He's not here anymore, so you get to feel the fury from Vince McMahon. Yeah. Anyways, so I found that interesting. What else we got here? Asuka versus Peyton Royce. This happened? I must have forgot. Anyways, Asuka won by DQ. Okay, alright. I'm not even going to talk about that. Retribution versus the Hurt Business. I think something else happened on Raw. This is... I think there's something else. Something else happened. Huh. Yeah, I guess this was a boring show. Like, it had some good parts, but overall, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. But all I gotta say is, this is supposed to be a go home show, and I honestly felt like WWE was promoting the Braun Strowman versus Dalba match, and I'm not even too sure if that's even showing up here. I don't think so. No, I don't think that's showing up here because I guess they don't really care about it. It's just a whatever. Dalba versus Braun Strowman. In case you guys were wondering, Braun Strowman actually beat Dalba. They were promoting that match heavily on on this show tonight. I don't know why, when the championship match between Orton and Drew McIntyre should be the most promoted match on the show, because it's for the mother-tucking WWE title. Anyways, at the end of the show, Orton ended up RKOing Drew McIntyre, and I'm sure there's probably some stuff I forgot to talk about or that I want to talk about, but it doesn't matter. The Raw show was garbage, as always. This was a go-home show. I actually had no idea this was a go-home show and that there's a pay-per-view coming this Sunday. Let's see what day the pay-per-view lands on. There's a pay-per-view coming this Sunday. This Sunday, September 27th, 2020. There's a pay-per-view coming that day. WWE Clash of Champions Gold Rush, and I completely had no idea. This show didn't seem like they were trying to progress forward to a pay-per-view. It just didn't seem like a go-home show. And I need to stop rambling and rabbling. But, yeah. Anyways, that's my review or whatever. It's not really a review. I mean, I just watched the show, and whatever information I retained from watching the show, I decided to talk about. That's why I have this Bleacher Report article here, so I get to view it and make my own personal comments. The show did have some logic gaps, things that didn't make any sense. That Retribution thing was a little bit lame, saying how now that they have contracts, they can do whatever that they can do whatever they want because they were doing whatever they want before they had the contracts. And oh yes, this is what I forgot to talk about. That tag team match. Wait a minute. Yes, there was a logic gap in that tag team match. I'll go back up here. I know nobody's watching this video anyway, so I mean I made mistakes. I ain't gonna edit it. It's just one take. But that tag team match. What the main thing was the fact that Dominic Mysterio was getting a championship opportunity. That's another thing that doesn't make any sense. And Tom Phillips said that that's his first opportunity to get a title match. But the interesting thing here is that they said that this is a triple threat tag team match, and there's no count out, no disqualification, which means that you don't have to tag in your tag team partner. So why were the tag team wrestlers that weren't the legal man or whatever why were they sitting on the apron waiting to be tagged? Technically, shouldn't this have been a Texas style tornado match? But I guess they didn't do that because it was going to be really chaotic for one referee to deal with 6 competitors. But it's interesting because I believe at some point during this match that there was 3 competitors. One competitor from each of the 3 teams were like fighting in the ring at one time, and it's weird. It's like they did that sometimes, and then other times they went to the apron, which I find weird. Anyways, this show was full of logic gaps. It was a terrible go-home show. I mean, you probably didn't even know this was the go-home show, that there's pay-per-view coming this weekend. I'm gonna stop chatting. I mean, I know I did a bad job at this, whatever, because I didn't make any notes. I'm just doing this here live, one take. I just finished watching the show. As you see the time now, this is live. This is legit. It's 11:36 p.m. September 21st, 2020. I just finished watching the show not too long ago. Didn't make any notes. I just watched the show, and I just hopped on this mic here and went on Bleacher Report in case there was any interesting stuff that I missed in the show or whatever that I forgot to talk about. and I'm just chatting about whatever I found interesting. Logic gaps and issues and stuff don't make any sense. Keith Lee, I don't know what's going on with Keith Lee. He's suffered multiple disqualification losses. He hasn't been pinned yet, but just wait, it's coming. He's gonna suffer his first pinfall. And yeah. Oh, yes, I forgot. I totally forgot. I was about to end this video. Um, what's it called? They just out of nowhere, WWE just said, "Oh, um, Apollo's getting his title match on Sunday, title rematch opportunity on Sunday against Bobby Lashley." I'm gonna go revert back to something I said in the past. Shane McMahon said over 2 years ago that rematches are antiquated. Apollo Crews lost legitimately to Bobby Lashley, and I know I made a video about this in the past, how the WWE destroyed MVP, yada yada yada. Which MVP shouldn't have contended or held a United States Championship. That should have went to Bobby Lashley because MVP is the manager for Bobby Lashley. But anyways, why is Apollo getting a title opportunity match? Nevertheless, why wasn't this promoted weeks prior? Why are they putting this on the Go Home show and they didn't say anything? All that happened was, I believe, there was an altercation between Bobby Lashley and Apollo, and then and what's it called? Apollo said, "Oh, this Sunday or something like that, I'm coming for you, Bobby Lashley. I didn't forget. I'm coming for my title." And all of a sudden after that, then he said, "Oh, this Sunday it is Apollo Crews versus Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship." Like what? Like you had weeks to promote this. Why are you promoting this now? Like Apollo Crews and Bobby Lashley, well, the Hurt Business and Apollo Crews and who's the other guy? Ricochet and I think there's another guy, whatever his name is. That crew has been in a rivalry with the Hurt Business for quite some time. So why didn't Apollo like challenge Bobby Lashley like weeks ago for the United States Championship at the pay-per-view, the Clash of Champions or Night of Champions, Gold Rush, whatever? Why did they wait until the Go Home show? Like, see, I even missed that. I forgot about that. I'm not even too sure that's even in this article here. It may or may not be. I'm not too sure. This stuff is just coming all to my head. I'm just doing this on the fly, and it's good and it's bad because it's unprofessional, but I don't care because no one's watching this thing anyway, so honestly. Anyways, but I'm done. Thanks for checking out this video or not checking out this video. Dislike. Don't comment. Don't subscribe. I'll see you guys later.